And we are back.
Yes, we are. Hopefully you stuck through the first 7 episodes of just being lost and me saying I was going to talk about my history of knowing Metroid and then not saying anything because I was trying to figure out this game. So, quick just recap. First game I ever played was Super Metroid. It was owned by my uncle, who lived with my grandparents. That and Legend of Zelda Link to the Past are my first impressions of games. So Super Metroid holds a very special place to me. Just in terms of ambience, I love the way that game begins, and it just is it's like one of my first memories as a video gamer. Except
I've never played any Metroids before. Hey, look what we did. Sam, you can actually see those now?
Yeah, I can actually see them now.
I changed the settings on the TV. Guys, they were invisible on our side of the TV.
Yeah.
But then I looked at the recording software and I'm like, they're clear as day right there. Oh my God.
I'm gonna die. Come on, hit me.
I guess further detail. This TV's an older one. It's a backlit model and stuff like that. We had turned the backlight down quite a bit because, well, I've already had to replace the backlights once on this TV, and I don't really want to have to do it again. But we had the backlight super low, so you couldn't see the floor having its square sections. Clear as day. Now we see it now, and it's like, oh shoot. It's literally right there.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
And on the recording software, you guys are going to see it and be like, it's clear as day right there. Yes, it is. Just not on the TV we're playing on.
Yeah, no, it was not. But getting back to that, because I don't want to get sidetracked. So I never actually beaten Super Metroid until about yesterday.
Yeah.
I decided to finally go around and finally beat it. I was kind of saving for the channel, but retro games don't really do very well.
Yeah.
So we're playing Dread now, which means we're not going to be playing another Metroid for a while. And most Metroid games are only about...
you can always get a nice refresher and return to it sometime. Maybe 6 months to a year from now.
Yeah, and they're speedrun games. So you can beat the original Metroid in under 2 hours, and you can beat Fusion technically in 2 hours.
Right on.
So I went through that, and in our first recording session, I was getting more Castlevania than I was thinking Metroid. And
you had just got done playing Castlevania too.
I just played Circle of the Moon, which was for the Advanced Collection, and Symphony of the Night is one of my favorite. Games. So
nice hit.
The biggest difference between Metroid and Castlevania is definitely way more open from the very beginning, and it's much more like Hollow Knight, where you can go somewhere once you get a power, but you don't know exactly how.
When you say open, you mean map open, or do you mean room openness too? Because I thought I noticed
map
it's less hallway-y than some of this is.
It's got hallway because you're in a castle.
Yeah.
So, but it's way more open in the sense that you can kind of go anywhere in Castlevania. There's a couple of paths, but it's fairly open.
Is that the missile one, but it's not powered?
Yeah. Whereas Metroid's actually always been kind of linear.
There's the floor again, too.
Yeah. And also a big thing as well.
It's crazy how clear we can see it now.
Yeah.
Oops.
A big thing in Metroid that I forgot is just, in most Metroid games, they're pretty deliberate. If you go forward and you think that you have to go backward, you probably have to go forward. There's probably a wall you can hit, or there's something you can do that's gonna activate the next portion.
Like we experienced in Cataris.
Yeah, Super
we're
Metroid.
what the fuck is going on here?
Super Metroid's a bit more open than even this game starts off, and than Fusion is, but in general, Metroid games. Hey, if you're stuck, there's a way out.
Yeah, no, generally. Yeah. They're not going to stick you there for no reason. Though. I think we end up getting it.
Oh, we got to. There's no way.
Yeah.
That's the signature. Yeah. But on top of that, on top of finally beating Super Metroid, which, amazing. I was glad to have finally kind of beaten that game. I went through and watched a bunch of geek critiques, Metroid retrospectives.
Yeah.
Good channel.
Big Geek Critiques is the channel? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I die. Another thing that is making this kind of hard is it doesn't play like any other Metroid unless you've played the 3DS one. There is no melee counter.
I've heard people say from the little bit I've seen responses on Twitter and stuff is that they're like, oh yeah, this is not easy right off the bat. You will die a lot more than you expect you would.
Yeah, and
in any other Metroid game.
The 3DS one is the same way, so it's just kind of Let's put it
Nice,
in perspective.
man.
Super Metroid.
That looked cool.
I died to.
Oh, hey, there's an explodey spot.
I died to Ridley, and I died to like Mother Brain maybe once because didn't know I wasn't hitting the right spot on Mother Brain.
Yeah, I think you have to go from either top or bottom to get that one.
But in general, like, you know, Super Metroid, not too difficult. I also had save stations. So
like save
states.
States, there you go.
Thank you. I love playing old games now with save states.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a blessing.
I don't see how you... Well, I see how you could without it, but it makes it so much more of like a creature comfort type deal.
It's more so just like, oh, hey, a lot of games weren't very generous with checkpoints.
Hell no.
So
that was half the experience of the game, like just trying to get to a checkpoint.
At a certain point, like, you know, I've beaten said section. I want to do a save state so I don't have to redo this portion of it. And that's the main thing. Can't go up there yet. Don't have the spacer.
Yeah. We got to get the splitter shot or whatever it's called, the wide cannon, wide beam.
Is it called the wide beam in this
I think it's wide, W-I-D-E.
Let me look at the map. I can't get there.
This is only going off of information that when I looked up
beam door.
What the names of powers, are in this game, they said wide beam, and I'm like, that sounds like it could be the thing.
They probably changed it from the spacer, which is what it was called in Super Metroid.
They didn't have any information on it, really. Again, last time we played, this is our only second time playing it. It was day one.
Do I have to kill all the robots to unlock this?
Do you? I think that's a missile one. I think it's a missile door.
Oh, that's right. It is a missile door. Dick.
Kabloom! There you go. Yeah.
Okay. That's a power.
I think that might be your beam, because where else are you gonna fucking go?
I'll hit it eventually.
Jump up and touch it, maybe. Oh, there you go. Wide beam. This beam is thick. I wish they would let you go through a little bit faster through that menu, but it's just a gripe.
It does in Super Metroid too. Like you'll unlock a missile and it just does has to do the whole.
It does its fanfare, yeah. Fires 3 beams simultaneously. Press Y to fire. This beam can push wide beam boxes and destroy wide beam something or others.
Okay.
How do you get back? They're using this as a training area. There you go.
Like I said,
we didn't see those ones though.
Yeah, no.
Some of them are more obvious. Now that we know, okay, let's look out for this.
The thing about most Metroid games is just like, as I was playing through Super, it was just like, oh right, if you're in an area and there's a way to go forward, typically you already have the power, and it's probably not something you're missing. That's not always the case. There is the occasional like, oh, you don't have the grapple. You obviously can't do this because you can't interact with this block.
Yeah, but they usually make it pretty obvious on what it is. If you're not new to the game,
yeah,
I'm new, so it's kind of confusing for me. But I could see it being a little bit different.
Like Super Metroid has some like sequence breaking stuff you can do with like the bomb jump and the wall kick, which God, those things control like garbage. No offense, to Super Metroid fans. Like they are not. I mean, man, they're cool techniques, but man, they are hard to pull off. Also.
I mean, they're not meant to be like beginner level stuff, right? They're meant to be.
They're not, but they're not. They don't control very well. Okay. They're just very, very precise timing.
Wibbly-wobbly, or
they're wibbly-wobbly. Don't control very well. The timing is really strict for it.
I would think that they would control really well then, but I see what you're saying about like they're hard to work and manipulate because it's so strict, right?
It's like one frame. Like it's like one frame. It's like
there's a door to your top.
It's
right?
old school Street Fighter where it's like you have to make sure you get it exactly when it has to be, or you don't. The space jump's a little bit better.
Can you melee this guy, like stun him and then shoot him or something?
I keep forgetting I have missiles.
Or that. I was looking at it, I was like, it doesn't seem to be doing much. Maybe a powered up one?
Yeah.
There you go. I see they're blocks, not actual, like they won't go away. Oh, hey buddy.
Also another thing, old Metroid games, you can kind of get away with just jumping and firing for the most part. This whole reticle thing is new for the
twin
3DS
sticky
one.
almost system.
Yeah, like you could hold the left and right bumpers in old Metroids, like Super Metroid, and it would point
There's
your
that wall
gun.
to destroy down there, so you don't have to go through all that again.
Yeah, it would point your
there.
gun up and down.
Whoa.
But other than that, like, it was mostly just like a, hey, you jump and fire, jump and fire. So getting used to like, oh, you have to stand still and counter is not easy.
I get you. I feel you.
It's definitely a new thing. Also cutscenes, definitely a new thing for me.
Yeah. And we remember we can skip them and stuff. Oh my God.
Jesus.
He's dashing. I was wondering how they're gonna make him stronger each time. Uh-oh. I think, You get 2 attempts. One with the eye and one with the hand. They change up. But
okay.
I guess, because they're random, or at least there's 2 different, 3 different, 4 different, 5 different types of them. Sometimes the eye will go first, sometimes the hand will go first. You get 2 attempts at it, one with the hand, one with the eye. But they're pretty strict.
I keep hitting the A button, which was the jump in Metroid, the Super Metroid, and it's not. I was like, I'm hitting the jump button. What the heck?
While it gave you greater context playing the old game, it might have fucked you a little bit by it being different control scheme.
Definitely a little bit, but it's helping with like the lore stuff as well.
That looked breakable for a second, but I guess not. I think you just got to go right, man.
Gotta wait for him to leave.
What?
Okay, apparently he knows exactly where I am.
Yeah, he was charging at you.
Woo! Kick the face, not the shoulder. What are you doing?
Kick him in his elbow. That way the arm goes all flying off to the side. Hi-ya!
I guess I just hold up and wait for it to pass by.
Yeah. Well, you can't go through the door.
No, I fired at it. Nothing happened.
I mean, you have the different gun.
Tried it.
The single shot?
Oh no. Okay. I guess I had to do a charge shot.
I don't know. Might be a charge shot one. It's a big circle, so maybe. Oh, it's tense. Oh, there you go. I don't know how you go about that, but just fucking run. Oh, he's gonna come back at you though.
Damn it.
Because you blocked him off. Nice.
Bye-bye.
Can you missile that maybe, or I don't know how that would work. At least you got out of it.
Don't know. Okay.
At least you
There's
got
rails
out of it.
there, I guess, that hold it up.
Yeah, it's a little
I've been
slide.
here.
It's a little slide thing.
Wait, can I go behind this?
I think you can morph ball. Once you get it.
Yeah, once I get the morph bombs.
They show up those
I've
little
been
tiny
here.
like hallway type deals. The vents. I don't know. Samus looking pretty sus. Sorry, vent.
I also reaffirmed that Metroid Other M is a terrible game. That was nice to hear again. Glad I skipped it. I never played the Primes. Tried the first one for like an hour and then just never really got into it. Also just didn't own it. I think if I had gotten the Trilogy Collection or is re-released on the Switch, I'd probably give them a shot, but none of that. Not available.
Yeah, if that's the case, then fuck it.
I know a lot of people
play it.
like the Prime games though.
Ooh. Oh, you're about to get lasered. Oh. I've seen it also echoed too a lot that this is all the way back to the start. That people are loving the amount of like model change and hanging onto stuff and leaning against walls and everything that Samus does.
Oh yeah, I love that little animation touches. I guess I can go back now that I can hit those things I want. I think they just want me to leave now.
I mean, we have the EMMI there. I don't know if we can destroy the EMMI.
I don't think so.
Let's see how many triple doors are there. I think it's only in Cataris right now.
There was a bunch of triple doors that we were locked behind, so they probably just wanted me to get the white beam and then leave and then come back and then do some other stuff.
Might be the guys. I guess Samus has a voice actor or voice actress. I don't know if it matters for actors and actresses whether they're depicted as.
I'm not sure what they prefer. I think it changes based on the individual.
Yeah. Well, there's voice acting for Samus. They said it's very minimal, but they were excited to.
That's the best way to go about it.
They were saying they were excited to be able to do that.
That's cool.
I'm like, tight.
I mean, the voice actor that Another M, it wasn't their fault. They were literally directed to be extremely wooden and not do a good shot, pretty much.
That thing on the ground was new. I don't think that was there before. It looked almost like that mushroom thing we had seen before that was blocking us. I wonder if that
This
thing like
is
exploded and spread or something.
I wonder if there's any more blocks this way.
We can always look at the map. I heard that a lot of this game is sitting on the map screen and looking for like the next stuff.
After playing Super Metroid and Castlevania, I don't like this map. I'm sure I'll get more used to it. There is way too much stuff on it.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
It's way too busy.
Did we find out a way to highlight doors? Someone, a commenter mentioned.
Yeah, you can press Y to highlight them.
So if we can find one of the triple doors, or the wide beam doors, or wide doors, whatever you want to call them, we can highlight them and at least like set them up for where we want to go next.
Yeah, it kind of pops on the map, but I don't.
Something about it. I think it could have been done better.
Yeah, way less cluttered. It's nice to have all that information there, but there gets to a point where there's too much information. You're like, what am I looking at? Where is the thing?
We never beat this EMMI. There you go.
We couldn't unlock that door before.
We could not. He's still chasing. EMMI! EMMI! It'll be okay. I'm looking on the mini map. You're good still. I'll let you know. I'll go, we're gonna need a freaking ball. He's right behind you. There you go. At least this one's slow.
Yeah, it's definitely not as fast as the other.
Oh, could you have blown up? Oh, well, this might be where we get it then.
All right, gotta remember, don't press select to access your missiles.
It is missiles. Boop. There you go. Oh, cool. So that turns them into missiles. I mean, you kind of used a missile to get a missile, but that's all good. Just acts as minor shields in the meantime. It seems that a lot of people were kind of like, I don't know how I feel about it super early on until they got to the first boss, and then they're like, oh my god! Like, this is incredible! And as soon as I saw the first boss, I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the first boss is pretty dope.
The scorpion thing.
And I've been told by Fume, who did a lore dump with me, that I got most of the things right in terms of Metroid lore.
That's cool.
But I'm sure there was like a couple of nuances that I missed. There's like the Galactic Federation keeps trying to make Metroids and it fails and like all this other stuff. You know, scientists doing science things, but not for the good of
Resident
science.
Evil style thing also.
Yeah, Resident Evil style thing.
I mean, like, it's more than just Resident Evil, but I you know what I mean. Like, Resident Evil does the same thing. It's like zombies, they keep failing. I don't know, make more and bigger zombies, do more of them.
Pretty
I think we have to do the quick fire shot to melt the shield.
Oh, that's right.
There you go. But how about we go after this EMMI next time?
Sure.
Beep, bop, boop. It's been a week since we played, so.
Yeah, like the whole game before this is like you're going to a research facility where they're like they're trying to use the X parasites to make more powerful versions, and they took like this armor that Samus got infected with off, and like it creates a clone of you, and then tries to kill you through the whole game.
That's that dark one.